What's good, everybody? It's the boy Kumano the Don. I'm here to drop this beginner guide playthrough for Ark Survival Evolved. I actually contemplated all day long about this one. I even put up a poll on the Facebook. I don't have any of the other social media, so please forgive me for that, guys. I will try to work on that. Maybe that'll actually do a better job of actually reaching you. But the one that I have right now is Facebook, and that's the one where I posted the poll asking people which one did they prefer, Ark Survival Evolved or Pokemon playthrough. Well, I chose Ark Survival Evolved since it's the main game that I'm actually doing over on Twitch. So you can catch me there at Twitch on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays at the description down below. In the description down below. So let's go ahead and get started real quick because I don't want this video to be too long. I want to actually try to go ahead and knock these videos out. Each video, I want to say I don't want to go no longer than about 30-35 minutes. So for those of you that have problem with long YouTube videos, please stick with me because this information is actually very good for when you starting off. Now, true, after the beginner part of it, we will actually get into a full-on playthrough where you're watching me go through the world of Ark and try to actually beat the bosses, if you will, and go through the story. So, alright, first thing we're going to begin with is when you get into Ark. Now, I suggest for a beginner, in all honesty, some people say go ahead and join a server. Some people say go ahead and just do solo, which is the host local option that you see right here. Me personally, I'm one of those that actually believe that you should do the host local and actually play solo player. The reason being is because you actually have the opportunity to take your time and actually get into the game. So that way you can actually know the fundamentals for when you actually do go to a server. But let's go have a look at servers. Now, we're going to do it like this for right now, okay? I'm going to actually change a couple of things up because the way I had mine set up is for the server that I actually be a part of, which is this one at the very top. It's called So You Want to Have Fun. This is the Ragnarok map in which that I play on. Now, we actually have about 7 other maps right now in the cluster, so if you want to join our server, you can. Just know that our server is different, like it's actually boosted, and that's what you'll actually find with servers. You'll find different kinds, but right now we're actually going to go to official, and as you see in official, wait, let me actually set it up to where it's actually going to be pretty much base for you, where it'll actually show all modes, all maps, and all of that stuff there. But yeah, on official, you're gonna have PvP servers, as you see right here at the top. PvP, for those of you that don't know, is called player versus player. Okay, so with this one, you'll actually be getting into action with other players. As you see, this one is a small tribe server, and then you got other ones that have large tribe servers. The whole point of PvP is you get in and you battle against other players until you can be #1. That's the whole thing there. So for those of you that likes competition, PvP is the way for you. But right here, you actually have a PvE server. It's called Crossplay. This one right here is an official server for crossplay between Microsoft Xbox and Windows 10 version of Ark that you can play on the PC. Crossplay is actually pretty good because with your friends on the PC, for instance, they actually able to get a hold of some things that you wouldn't be able to get a hold of on consoles. But that's something that we'll touch on in a later episode. But I just wanted to give you a bit of a rundown of what this is actually about. And you got other kind of servers as well. If you come down here and you session filter, you got, like I said, official. You got unofficial, which that's what I play on. You got player dedicated arcs, meaning that a person is actually hosting this art and stuff of that nature. Let's see if we can get some sessions up. Yeah, typically they probably playing with their friends and stuff of that nature. And non-dedicated is pretty much the same thing, where it's somebody actually hosting it from their Xbox or their PC, and then they actually having to go to a different thing to actually play the game. Then you got your favorites. This right here, it goes with that check mark that you see right above it, auto favorite played sessions. So anytime you've actually played on a map, make sure that is checked, so that way it can always favorite it. Now, oddly enough for me, no sessions ever be found for me ever, whether I'm on actual the Xbox or whether I'm on PC. I don't know why that is. I guess it's because it's unofficial. I don't know. But then you also have official legacy, in which nothing is being found here either. But you can actually find those, like if you actually playing on PC on a Steam version or Epic, because you also have the ability to play Arc those two ways on PC as well. You can also play it on PlayStation 4. So don't let it, deter you because I'm playing on Xbox and Microsoft PC version. Please don't let that deter you. You could play it across any platform, even the Switch. So yeah, that's a plus too. But let me actually set it back up so I will be able to find my stuff when I get ready to actually jump back on the server for the stream, because that's what I do. I stream art, and like I said, y'all can catch me at the link in the description below, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. But let's go ahead and back out of here. Now this is the one that we actually want to go to. Host local. This is where you're gonna play solo player. Now if you are playing on PC Windows 10 version through the Microsoft Store, just know options don't work for right now. If you hit options, it closes out the game. I don't know why it does that, but it's a bug that they're gonna have to get fixed. But you don't have to worry about that, because you can actually get into the options when you get into the game. Now right here, you actually have the settings. Over here, you got general, which is the first tab you're gonna see, and then you have advanced. Those are the two where you actually can adjust the game to make it easier or harder on yourself. I already have my settings set up for how I like it. If you guys want, I will actually make a video about how I actually have my settings set up. But for right now, we're actually going to get into it. The first island that you're going to get in the base game, because you can actually play the base game if you have Xbox Game Pass. Okay, you can actually get Arc for free, just the base game, and you have the island, you have the center, Ragnarok, and Valgaro. You'll be able to get Crystal Eyes here sometime in September, as long as Wildcard keep their promise. But anyway, the rest of these maps that you see, they are DLC maps. You actually have to pay for those, okay? So, like I said, play the game and make sure you want to get into it. But all you do is you select the map you want to go down here, play single player, and it's going to load in. Now, typically this isn't the first thing that you see. The reason that I'm seeing it is because I actually already had a player that I was using at one point in time. The create a new player screen is the one that you're actually going to see. All right. And in here, you actually got the options of being a male or a female. You also got, you can set back to default after you do a randomize. Because see, randomize, it gets you all kind of crazy, funky looking characters. And then you go back to reset default and then put it back at a default. Right here, you can save a preset. So after you actually get a character made up, you'll be able to go in and save them up. And then the next time that you actually load the game, like let's say that you start over, you'll just be able to load the preset that you already made. And then some servers actually allow you to access that preset that you already saved. So it'll save you a little bit of time. Now I'll bring you guys back after I make the adjustments on my player and show you what we're gonna have. Okay guys, and we're back, and as you see here, this is my character that I have made up. Now you can adjust everything from the skin color, hair color, eye color, head size, all of that, and make your person look however you want them to look. Me, I like to go relatively normal, and I try to stay close to my actual height because I'm only 5'9". That ain't really all that tall. We kind of like in between tall and short. You know what I'm saying? I'm that middle area with everything. If you actually see, because I'm not light skinned, I'm actually caramel. So you got the debate between light skinned and dark skinned guys. Mm, I'm just in the middle. I'm in the middle everywhere. But anyway, so yeah. All right. If you come over to this side here, you'll actually see different regions in which you can actually spawn in. Now, they have it labeled, okay, where to spawn for easy, medium, and hard. But I'm gonna be honest with you. The first region, when you first get into the game, is the easiest region to go to. It's the best region to go to because typically it's not going to be anything too dangerous right there in that spot. Like the most you might run up against is Dilophosaurus, which are called Dillos. They're the little creatures. They the ones that flare they sides and they spit at you. Those little guys. This area it's a little bit harder. Like you bound to probably run into a raptor or something of that nature in that area. This area definitely gonna be a little bit more dangerous when you're first starting off. So that's why I say you actually want to go to South Zone 1, but you make sure this is where you get your character name and stuff of that nature. Me, I'm gonna go with KD because that's who I am. I'm KD. All right. And then you just go down to create new survivor. Now in my case, I'm getting this one because like I told you, I already had a survivor. You would have seen him in the other video if you watched the Why to Play Arc video. In which, if you watched the Why to Play Arc video, that's probably why you're here. But yeah, alright, so as we're getting spawned in, the worst thing that you're gonna see around here right now is those seagulls. Seagulls, they could be very dangerous. Okay, I just want you to know that. Like, you can get away from the seagulls, but whatever you have in your inventory when it attacks you, it's gonna steal it from you. I absolutely hate them. Alright? So the first thing you want to do is, like I actually said in that how-to video, is you want to come and you want to start picking up stones. Alright? Because Arc don't tell you, alright? It does not tell you that what you need to do. Let me make sure ain't nothing behind me because I don't want these guys just coming down swooping up on me. But yeah, now all this stuff that I got, actually, let's go ahead and drop all that because you guys aren't gonna have those things. Alright? I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of all of that because that comes from DLC and stuff that you do in the game. But anyway, yeah. So alright. This is what you actually gonna have in your inventory. Specimen implant. Because you're actually a clone. Alright? So this is how you're actually able to learn everything on a fly like that. Alright, because I mean, let's be honest, in real life, the skills that we actually have if we was to be stranded on an island, probably close to none. Alright? But here you're gonna be able to learn how to make everything, alright? And in terms of crafting, I got mine in folder view, but let's keep it like this for right now because this is what is gonna show up for you guys, alright? Now these are the first 3 things that you can actually make. And the first thing that we're gonna make is this pick. Alright. So like I said, you're gonna pick up stones. These little loose things that they on the ground. It shouldn't be too hard to pick them up. You'll be able to see them. Alright, then the next thing you want to do is you want to go to this dead tree right here and get to punching it. Because we got to get some thatch and some wood together. Now just note, now you see how those over here on the right side that everything is blinking? The lightning bolt and the plus sign, that's your health. The lightning sign, that's your stamina, okay? You want to keep an eye on them because punching stuff, it does damage to you just like in real life. But okay, so now we actually have enough material to where we can actually make the stone pick. Because that's what we need right now. That's actually going to make our life so much easier. And as you see, yeah, we took some damage. And as you see, using our stamina actually drops our food and our water because, that actually accurate. If you tired, you probably want something to drink or you probably want something to eat. Anyway, then you also have weight here, all right? weight is how much you can actually carry on you, okay? That means anything. You know, if you got a big stone foundation that you want to carry around, put it in your pocket. You can actually carry it. Me, for right now, I want to actually get the weight up to 200. All right, so now that we actually got our first level, the first things that we're going to want to get, because we got 8 Ingram points. Ingram points is how you actually unlock your content and what you actually want to learn how to make. We're going to make the campfire and the stone hatchet. We'll worry about everything else later. All right, because we actually don't have enough to unlock the spear, but we will get that in a minute because that's going to be important too. But all right, so let's see what we need to make the stone pick. I mean, not the stone pick, the stone hatchet. My fault. All right, so we actually got the stone pick. We actually gonna put it down here on the hot bar. All right. Now, if you playing on Xbox, you know, or PlayStation, or even a Switch, hotbar probably gonna be directional pad and your actual buttons. All right, you just have to hit your shoulder button, as you see right here, to actually highlight the second half of the box that actually has the buttons, and make sure that you hold it so that way you can use the corresponding box. All right, but the front ones just the directional pads. All right, PC is a bit different. All right, so you can adjust it to however you want it on PC. But anyway, we're gonna get over here. We're gonna smack some of this to get some flint up, because we need flint to actually make our hatchet. And as you see, we're getting flint, stone, and metal. If you look in the inventory, metal, that's something that you actually want to hold on to, because we're gonna end up needing that. So you don't want to get rid of that quite yet. All right. So now we actually able to make the hatchet. So let's go ahead and make that up. And as you see, the XP bar up here, like, because this is your inventory, okay? Because there's gonna be a whole bunch of other stuff that actually have inventory, but this is your inventory. It says you. All right, this is where your armor go. You know, for your head, your chest, pants, shoes, and your gloves. Offhand, that's gonna be like shield. If you playing on PvP, probably gonna be handcuffs. Okay, so yeah. But yeah, then you got the XP bar, and the XP bar gonna go up no matter what you're doing. Even if you're just standing there, it's gonna passively go up. All right, that's how the XP works in this game. But you can gain more XP by doing different things. As you see, the more that we actually do and use, we'll actually gain XP. All right, so we got the hatchet down here. All right, so the next thing that we actually gonna need real quick is we're gonna want to come over here. Hold on, let's put that up. All right, come over to one of these little bushes right here and hit your use button. For me on Xbox, that's Y. All right. If you on PlayStation, it's probably triangle, I believe, and PC again, that's gonna be something else. Like I believe it's probably the mouse button or something of that nature. But yeah, as you see, we picking up fiber, berries, even stones, seeds, and stuff of that nature. And that's how we get our fiber. And with these berries gonna be useful to us as well. All right, but you just want to keep picking it up until it's actually destroyed. All right, and as you see, you've got a bunch of berries. Now, these purple berries here, they're called mejo berries. All right, you're gonna want to use these for when you actually taming herbivores. So keep all of the mejo berries. Try to stay away from using those. All right. So in all honesty, you probably gonna want to put them down here in the last slot on your hotbar, just so they can be out of your way. And to just make stuff easier on yourself, well, actually I have mine actually sorted right now to alphabetical, so it's not going to swap up. But try to actually have your stuff to where it actually be easier to eat for you. But yeah, you use these berries and they will actually fill up your food and your water for you. All right. And you see, we just got another level. So let's go ahead and eat the rest of these berries so we can get our stuff back up. All right, and we're gonna come over here. Like I said, we're still working on weight. Now, in all honesty, the next thing that you want to work on after weight is actually movement speed, okay? Because some of the faster creatures, in the beginning are going to be like raptors. And to outrun them, you want to have your movement speed about 110, 112. So, yeah, but you want to make sure you get your weight up because you're going to be carrying a lot of stuff. All right, so let's go ahead and unlock the pants and the shirt. And we can actually go ahead and unlock the spear as well. Now we only got 1 Ingram point left. That's our Ingram point. You get about 8 or so for every level that you get. All right, so we're going to start making that up, in which that's why we was gathering the fiber, because now it's actually going to be time to make that up. So let's see. All right, so we can make pants, we can make shirt. What do we need for the pick? I mean, the spear. All right, so we need some wood. All right, so now to equip your clothes and even weapons and stuff of that nature from your menu, from your inventory, all you do is you can either, if you're using a console, you're going to use the right trigger and then put it over, or you can push A or X for PlayStation, highlight it, and take it over to where you want to put it. Hit A again, bam. So now it's actually equipped. All right, so now we actually got that going. All right, so we're going to take our hatchet out, because with your hatchet, that's actually how we're going to gain more wood. All right, and if you take your pick out, that's actually how you gain more thatch. All right, so remember that. All right, now, and it's the same thing for if you to go smack a rock. All right, you smack a rock with your hatchet, bam, you're gonna get more stone than you get flint, and the pick, you're gonna get more flint than you get stone, as well as you're likely to get metal. All right, so let's get some more fiber here. Now, as you see over there, all right, now on the right side, we got a whole bunch of little things. Now, we already talked about the bottom two, which is the plus sign and the lightning bolt. That's your health and your stamina. All right, you got, like, if you can see it, I'm not sure if you can. Let me see if I can get in a spot where you can actually see it. It looks like a ham leg or something of that nature. That's our food. The water drop, of course, that's our water. Now, the little box that's above it that's constantly going up as we get more stuff, that's our inventory. All right, that's going to let us know how much we actually got going on. And as you see, we're getting close to being encumbered. And the more encumbered you become, the slower you actually move. So try not to be too encumbered when you actually out running about. All right. And the one above that, the arrow, that's our experience meter. So that lets you know how far you are from actually leveling up. All right, now, so let's see how many of these we can make. We can actually make 6 spears right now. So let's go ahead and make those. And while we're at it, let's go ahead and make the campfire too, because we're going to need that here eventually as well. That's how we're going to actually cook some meat, because we actually need hide. That's the next thing that we need. And we got another experience point, and we, like I said, we're still working on weight. Alright, so we want to learn the glove, boots, and the hat. Alright, now that's a pterodon. Even though pterodons actually eat meat, they're not going to attack us. Even if we attack it, it's not going to attack us. Like, it's just going to run away. So that's a plus sign when it comes to that. But like, there's few dinos that's actually around. Let's actually take our spears and put them down on the hot bar real quick. All right. So now we actually have our spear out. So now we actually ready to kill us something, or defend ourselves, rather. But yeah, like pterodons and a couple of the other ones that we actually about to run across, you'll actually see. Dodo. Perfect. Dodos, yeah, they existed when dinos was around. We humans came along and we caused their extinction, and that's what we're going to do here. We're going to be the cause of the extinction of the dodos. They're not going to attack you. They're going to try to run from you. Bam, we got a dead dodo here. All right, so now, to actually harvest meat, you use your pick. To harvest hide, you use your hatchet. All right, so let's dip blow. Bam, we got 22 hide. They're a great source of hide, all right? All right, so let's see if we can actually find another one before we actually move on. Yes. Yes, great, perfect. And which is actually another one close, because you see the little heart that it has above it? Where did it go? Okay, there it is, out there in the water. All right. So be careful because piranha are in the water and piranha will eat your butt off. All right. But yeah, so let's get back up here. All right, but now as you see, we actually got hide. So now we can actually go, and now we can actually make the gloves, the shoes, and the hat. So that's great. So now we'll actually be able to be a bit warmer and a bit cooler, because the heavier the material you put on one, the hotter it's going to be. The lighter it is, the colder it's going to be. And that's perfect for this right here, in all honesty. All right, so like I said, just go ahead and equip those real swift like that. Bam. So now we all dressed and ready to go. Now me personally, I don't like that, because your hair, as you notice, you're bald. All right, like you got a haircut. Even the women, I know you don't like it, but you're actually gonna start off with a bald head. Okay, your hair grows over time, so eventually you're gonna end up crafting up some scissors and actually get yourself a haircut and all kind of styles like that there. But for right now, it's not growing. I mean, you don't have any. But with this scarf on, our hair is actually gonna grow through it, and I don't like when that happens because it looks real ugly. So if you're using console, again, if you use on the Xbox, it's gonna be B, and I can't remember what this button is over here for PlayStation, but I think it's O, maybe. You just hold this down and you're gonna get this wheel to pop up. Alright, this is your whistle wheel. Alright, we're not gonna do a whistle, we're actually gonna go to emotes. Okay, and the thing we want to go to is the one at the very top that says hide hat. Bam, now hat is off, so now we don't have to worry about that. Alright, so now let's get our spear back out. Go down here off this dodo, because we need more hide. Hide is what you need. And this is actually a pretty high level dodo. But, I'm sorry, Mr. Dodo, we actually need the good stuff off of you. Alright, so yeah, so we got that off the dodo. Now, the next thing we want to do is find us a spot to actually build. Alright. Now you can build here on the little beach, but again, I like to find somewhere a little bit deeper, because when you go to a server, typically they're gonna have you to not build in the spawn point. And as you see, that's where you're gonna spawn at if you spawn in the first spot. So let's run down this way, and we're gonna hack up some more dodos as we go further down. And just be careful because there are other creatures around here. Alright. Oh, as you see, we done got tired now. So now we can't run. But what we can do is, now, again, your use button, Y for me, maybe triangle for PlayStation. Not quite sure what it is on PC. But you hit that, you take a drink of water when you stand in the water right here at the edge. Alright? So yeah. But we want to actually run because we want to avoid these seagulls, because like I said, don't want them coming up stealing anything off of us. We also want to keep an eye out for in the grass, because dillos can actually be over there, in which we're actually going to run across a dillo before we end this episode, because it's getting close to that mark. Like I said, we're going to actually get us some more hide here. Ah, there go a compy. Compies normally travel in packs. As you see, there go the other one. And you just keep stabbing them. Bam. There you go. Now we got some more hide. That's how you're going to defend yourself. Like, I'm going to put it to you like this. If you see something coming at you, like running straight towards you, then it probably want to eat you. That's an oviraptor. You don't have to worry about those. Even though it has the name raptor in it, it's an oviraptor. They want eggs. That's what they want. Okay? So no need to stress about them. But yeah, like I said, we're going to get on around here and actually try to find us a nice little nook that we can actually build upon. And we're going to take out as many dodos as we can. The lower the level the dodo is, the better, because you don't want to spend too much time. And normally, spears actually break pretty quickly. And we actually getting wood instead of actually getting... But that's fine. Now we actually getting the hide off the dodo. Okay. So yeah. We got to be careful with what we actually harvesting here. Yeah, like I said, we want to get plenty of it. Alright, so this is a level 5. few hits should do it. Bam, there we go. So we actually got a pretty good roll because the spawn of the dinos is actually random. Just it's give or take. It's one of those. It's give or take. But as you see, we got another level. Like it's gonna let you know. Ah, there go a Dillo. Hopefully there's not another one around. Let's go ahead and gank it real quick. Alright, so now you want to move and jump to the side like that. And just keep hitting at it. Just keep stabbing it. Alright, one of your spears broke. Now it might get a couple of licks in on you, but you know, just keep at it. Alright, and watch out for when it flares up, because that's when it's gonna spit at you. Alright, make sure don't one come up behind it, because they travel in packs too. Alright, so now we have that. Alright, so let's find us the area and where we're going to be at. Now, as you see, you get a notification that you're hot. You need to find somewhere to cool off at. Well, we're going to do that. Oh, there go another compy. Ah! And they mate boosted. Ah, it's 3 compies this time. So, like I said, this is why we got the spear. So we can actually take these guys out. Okay, that was a level 40. Level 15. Okay, so they all dead. Alright, great. Yeah, like I said, we got a great roll because it's really random about what actually spawns in the starter location. Like, it have been times where I spawn straight in and a raptor would be right there in my face. So, that's not a good look. But, yeah, so, alright. Now, we want to try to get a bit of high ground, in which I did this on the stream when I first started streaming art. But you really can't beat this area right here. For the simple fact. Oh, now we tired. So we actually need to go ahead and come back down here and go back to the water real quick. Excuse me about that. Yeah, let's get back to the water. So we can actually get us some water. And as you see, we moving really slow. That's because we done got extremely heavy. Alright. Let's see if we got some more berries that we can actually eat to get our food back up. Because you see all the meat that we got? It stacks in stacks of 40. I want to say everything stacks in a stack of 40, maybe. I don't know. I know at one point in time it used to be 20. So, yeah. But we actually got 2 levels. Alright, so let's go ahead and hit 2 more in weight because we want to get up to 200 carrying weight. And now we're going to actually unlock this. Bam. Alright, so now we'll actually be able to build us a starter base. But we're not going to do that in this episode. We're actually going to end it right here, guys. Alright. So, video 2 going to be us getting our starter base. And I will show you how to get that started up. But until next time, remember, be you, go hard, stay happy, and I'll see you next time. Peace out, everybody.